And you know me, bro, I never back the early kickoff. And you know me, bro, I never back the early kickoff. Back the early kickoff. And you know me, bro, I never back the early kickoff. Finesse like.
Yes, what's going on, people? Welcome to Never Back the Early Kickoff, episode 24. The podcast that keeps you one step ahead of the bookies while having a proper laugh doing it. No filters, no nonsense, just solid picks, proper chat, and a weekly reminder that backing the early kickoff does ruin lives. My name is Liam, and I have a sixth sense for picking players to be carded.
And I'm Josh, and I love an Ackerman and life itself. So, I can see you got your Newcastle top on. I bet you're over the moon.
I've got my Newcastle top on for numerous reasons, mate. But do you know where I want to start this week? I want to take us back to the Champions League before we do a Prem roundup. Champions League roundup from last week because
Mate, Fede Valverde.
I mean, there's just so much to get into with those Champions League games. Like, I mean, we'll start. You mentioned him, Fede Valverde. He must be one of the most underrated footballers going.
Complete player, absolute baller on every level.
Yeah, because he's just got so much to his game, and he's one of those that just will sacrifice for the team. Like,
Yeah.
He'll go and play right back and put in a shift.
I know.
He'll go and
Everyone
everyone
bums off Slavosly for doing the same thing, but he just does exactly the same thing. He's been off last season at right back, playing cam, playing box to box, playing right back cam, box to box. I'm surprised he's not been a centre half.
Yeah, he's like I've this season I've seen right back, I've seen right wing, I've seen him centre mid, and wherever he plays, he's always like one of their best players. He's just unbelievable. And the thing is, like, a lot of players at Madrid have like a big ego. So players like him who will put the hard yards in and put in a shift every game are so valuable to them. Like,
Yeah.
and the fact like he played in a more attacking role and just bags a trick in the first half against Man City.
Yeah, that is crazy though. What he done to Mark Gahey was disgusting.
Gahey's going to be like a meme now. I mean, that's going to be like when Mbappe sat down Vardy last season. Like that, what he did to Gahey was scandalous. And I don't know what Donnarumma was doing on the first goal. He comes sliding out, but his arms were still in the box. He could have just grabbed that with his hand. But it's like he thought he was outside the box and just let it go past him. And I was thinking, what are you doing?
Yeah, just take the yellow card.
It's like, no, but he could have just caught his arms were
No,
in the box.
but even if you think he's at the box, even if you think you are coming out the box, I don't know if a ref will send you off for that.
No, and Donnarumma's been good this season, so that was a bit out of character. But yeah, mate, Fede Valverde, well played, sir. Unbelievable. So it looks. I mean, I thought City were going to hammer Madrid as well, and mate,
Yeah,
early no-show again. Big game, and he just didn't deliver anything.
Yeah, I thought City were going to win that game, but City have just been absolutely diabolical.
Yeah,
I don't want to talk about them for a minute because they just wind me up.
I mean, it looks like they're on the way out. I mean, obviously next leg's at the Etihad. Be interesting, but I just can't see him.
But no, Champions League's done. The league's done. The best hope they've got is beating Arsenal for what is it? The League Cup. When is that? Is that next weekend actually?
They got the League Cup next weekend, and then they've got Liverpool in the FA Cup. Yeah, it's next Sunday, the League Cup final.
That's a big game, nice.
Then they got Liverpool in the FA Cup. So yeah, their season's looking like it's absolutely dance done. It will be dance done next week. So yeah, Madrid, they'll be going through. Mate, Newcastle, Barca. Oh my god, mate, that was the most painful watch. We played so well against them. We played so well. Lewis Hall shut down Yamal.
Yeah, he did
so well against him. Like he made him go track back. He was dealing with him. That performance from Lewis Hall made me think, and I'm not saying it because I'm a Newcastle fan. Lewis Hall should be our starting left back in the World Cup now, because you got to think he was up against the best right winger in the world.
No, I agree.
And he didn't get embarrassed. He shut him down. So my thing's like, why would you play anyone else ahead of him if he keeps up with his form?
Yeah. Well, who else is there?
Well, Nico O'Reilly, Luke Shaw.
No.
If I was Luke Shaw playing in the World Cup, man.
Luke Shaw won't go. Nico O'Reilly, I think he's one of them ones. He's obviously a good player, but he'll only work well in Pep's system.
Good player.
Well, that's what I mean. I think if he tries to play left back for England, I think he'd just be absolutely found out.
Yeah, in the big games when he actually has to defend. But like, yeah, mate, for me, Lewis Hall, that was an unbelievable performance. We should have scored a couple, and then we got the late goal, and I was thinking, right, 1-0, take that back to Barcelona. We got half a chance. And then Malik Thiaw just rush of blood to the head, mate. There was absolutely no need to just sieve him down. Barca offered nothing in that game. And then they just get that 96th minute penalty, and now you just got, it's just such an uphill battle now. Like, their home record, played 14, won 14, scored 42, conceded 8. It's like, what are we going to do there?
Yeah, and then you just got to prepare for Europa League football next year.
I don't even think we're going to get Europa League next year, to be honest.
Conference League.
I don't think we're going to get Conference League. Like, we're not a great side in the league for whatever reason. Do you think Newcastle got any chance of getting through against Barca?
No.
Do you think we've got more chance than Man City?
Well, of course, you've got more chance than Man City because you can get a draw there, but I don't think you're going to Barcelona and winning. So
We just need to draw and stink it out on penalties.
well, I don't think you're going to go to Barca and score, never alone. Like the only way you're going to do it is if you manage to stink a 0-0 and then through to penalties. But I cannot see Barca not scoring in 90 minutes against you at home.
Yeah, they score an average of 3.4 goals a game at home, so it's going to be difficult. Oh, no, I'm looking forward to it, mate.
And then City, you're right, but the best comedy value of the week has got to be the almighty Tottenham Hotspur.
Oh my! Do you know what? I wasn't. I was obviously watching the Newcastle game, and I was so invested in that. I was paying no attention to any other games. And when my phone was just flashing up, Atletico 1-0, Atletico 2-0, Atletico 3-0. I was like, what on earth is going on there?
That has got to be one of the most embarrassing performances from a football team ever.
Yeah, and then I checked flash scores, and I seen that Kinski had been pulled, and I messaged it in the group chat, and then you were just like, he's had an absolute nightmare.
Right.
And I was thinking,
nightmare, like that's like Karius level nightmare.
Oh no, it's worse than Karius because Karius, like,
Karius is bad. No, because it was the occasion as well.
Yeah, I know Karius was bad. No, I take it back. Karius was worse.
The Champions League final literally rolled the ball into Benzema's feet.
Yeah, and do you know why Karius one's worse for me? Because Kinski's ones were stupidity because he's not worn appropriate boots. Because one was a slip, which like Van der Ven slipped straight after him, and people have been moaning about Atletico's pitch, so he's just not wore the right footwear for the game.
I don't understand why though. Like, you've warmed up on there, so you know exactly what it's like.
He fell over in the warm up as well. Apparently, he slipped over in the warm up. So that's what I mean. So that's why that's on him for not.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't have no sympathy for you.
Yeah, but like, that's just him being dumb. Like the mistakes Karius made. Like he literally threw one in from Gareth Bale that wasn't even a hard shot, and then he just thrown the ball off Benzema into the goal. Yeah. They're two separate type of awful errors. Whereas Kinski was just like a slip, and then he's just miskicked a pass. Awful mistakes for a professional keeper. And he should never be playing for Tottenham again. But it's just the fact he got dragged. Like Karius got to see out the 90. Like getting dragged after 17 minutes. I've never seen a keeper get dragged after 17 minutes ever.
Bad though, isn't it? Funny though, and it's just funny because that's just like the most Spursy thing ever.
No, but here's a question for you. Obviously it was actually two questions. Do you think it was wrong to start Kinski in that game? And the second question is, do you think it was the right or wrong decision to pull him after 17 minutes?
It was absolutely the right decision to hook him because he was having an absolute shocker. If I was him, I'd never play professional football again. Like, I'd just give up and just go work on a brick lane or something. Because how do you come back from that? Like, his confidence must be in the bin. Do you know, I remember like Scott Carson, when he made that mistake for England, he never come back the same after that mistake. Karius has come to the best football club in the world, according to you. The almighty Karius. But no, he definitely deserves to be hooked. In terms of starting him, I couldn't care. Karius has been crap, and Kinski's was even worse in that game. So it's just one of those things. He's backfired. So
I don't think, because I was watching people's reactions. They were all saying, "Oh, like it was stupid to start him." But my thing's like, well, hang on a minute. Everyone everyone in the squad for Tottenham is a professional footballer who's been paid thousands and thousands of pounds a week. Like Kingsley must be sitting there like praying for an opportunity to come in and perform. So I'm
That's
sure
cool.
Kingsley sat there like, well, Vicario's shitting the bed every week. Why am I not getting a chance?
Exactly.
And the manager's probably thinking, well, Vicario's crap. I need to give my other keeper a chance. Like everyone's like, oh, you shouldn't have thrown him in a big game. Yeah, but it's like he's a professional. He's in the squad for a reason. He's obviously deemed good enough to be a paid professional footballer at your squad. Your normal keeper's shit. So why not give him a game? I don't understand why the manager got so much backlash for that change. Obviously, like you said, it's backfired. But I don't think it was a mistake.
But if he comes in as a blinder of the game, no one bats on it.
Because I just think it's one of them where I don't think it was a mistake putting him in. I just think the keeper's had a shitty performance. And with you, I think pulling him after 17 minutes is the right decision. The only thing he probably should have done was just acknowledge him when he walked off the pitch. That was about it. I think pulling him was the right thing because you can't leave him in after that.
No.
But yeah,
Well,
that was Spurs, mate.
And Van der Ven as well, he slipped over as well
exactly.
for the goal.
Exactly. So Spurs, they're just a gift that just keep on giving.
Well, there wasn't a gift gave yesterday, was there?
Well, I mean, Liverpool are just a weird team.
Yeah.
Like, you just can't trust this Liverpool team to do anything.
No.
Like, I literally was so confident that Spurs were going to get rolled at Anfield.
Oh, I thought that was going to be like a 4-5
Yeah, and and especially as they didn't start Salah, I was like, oh, this is good. Like, they're not starting Salah. Like, they got Frimpong on the right, they got Rio on the left. I was like, this will be interesting, this will. But they missed Ekatike down the middle. Like, I think Cody Gakpo is one of the most overrated players in the Premier League. Like, I just don't think. I just don't think he does anything.
Cody No Show, that's what his name is.
It is like he for me, he's not a centre forward. He's not that great off the left. Like, as soon as if Ekatike had played, they would have won that game comfortably. But man, they gave Igor Tudor his first point, and it was a deserved first point as well. Spurs were actually well in that game.
Yeah, I don't know what they're playing at, and they lost to Galatasaray in the week as well. That's going to be interesting. They've got to win at Anfield now.
Yeah.
Otherwise, last week was a torrid week for English teams in Europe.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but
Villa were the only team that won in Europe.
I love the way you managed to get Villa in, like angle a positive in for Villa when you've just been.
I've got to try and angle something in a positive.
I mean,
somewhere
no one gives a shit about the Europa League or the Europa League conference. I'm just going to start there. No one cares about those competitions. But in terms of the big boy competition, the Champions League, when you actually break down the results, for me, the only outlier was Man City. Like, Arsenal, you think would beat Leverkusen, but a draw's not the end of the world because I beat them at Emirates. Newcastle drawing with Barca. If someone had said before that game, everyone would have been like, that's a decent result.
Liverpool,
Galatasaray have not lost at home in a European game in something like 30-something games. Like, they don't lose at home.
Oh, really?
I thought that was going to be a draw. But,
yeah, I thought that would have been a draw as well.
But again, so they losing 1-0 is not the end of the world. It was only the City result that was an outlier, in my opinion. None of the results really surprised me.
Palace drew as well.
Again, I don't care about the Conference League. I mean, who do they play?
You'll be caring about it next year when you're in it.
Well, we'll cross that bridge. I don't care about AEK Larnaca or whatever the fuck they played. Was it AEK Larnaca?
I can't remember. It was a team in Greece anyway.
You don't even know yourself. So yeah, I'm not asked about Crystal Palace. But yeah, I guess Villa were the only team that got a result in Europe. But you should win the Europa League anyway. Like,
yeah, well, it's just that how we're playing at the moment. It's just shocking.
Should we talk about it?
No.
Should we talk about it? Because
I'd rather not, to be honest.
Should we talk about it? So
I had enough pain watching the game yesterday.
I really want to talk about Villa and how they've been performing recently because, like, off the back of being absolutely handed your ass by Chelsea on your own patch, to follow that up with that game against United, like, you just, and this is the thing that's mad is like, even when Villa were winning, in my head I was just thinking this isn't sustainable. I don't understand how you keep. Well, I do know you kept winning. You had Morgan Rogers giving you 8, 9, 10 out of 10s every game. I was like, this isn't, unless he has the season of all seasons, this is not sustainable because you've got no one else in your team who can win you a match apart from him. Yes, Tielemans is a good footballer. Yes, Kamara's a decent footballer, and they're solid in the midfield. But in terms of match winners, when you're looking at Jadon Sancho, you had Gassand for half a season. You had Jadon Sancho. You've got Emi Buendia, Leon Bailey, Ollie Watkins. Then you can't hang your hat on any of them players.
No, Ollie Watkins has been terrible recently. He's been absolutely. He's been awful. But then we brought Tammy in, and then he just won't play. He's sticking with Watkins. So I'm like, well, what's the point of bringing in Tammy? If you just do whatever play him.
You can't stick with him after his performance at Old Trafford yesterday, mate. He was horrible.
It was a shocker. And like you said, Tielemans out, Kamara out. That's like from obviously the defensive part. We just lost everything. And then on the wing, I've said it all the whole time. Like we're just poor on the wing. Obviously, you got Rodgers coming in from one side, which isn't his best position. His best position is the 10. Then you got Buendia, and then you got Bailey. No, like not good enough.
Like the way, in my view, the way Emery's got to play is it's literally John McGinn on the right, Emi Buendia on the left, or Sancho. I don't like either of them. You play Rodgers in camp, and it's literally get the ball to Morgan every single time, and you hope he can do something. That's literally how you've got to play, because no one else is going to do anything in your team. And I said it when you were going on about title race this, title race that. I was like, let's revisit this back in April, May. We're not even in April, May. We're in fucking March. And you're already not going to get Champions League now. But that was when you were at your best. It was like Rodgers was just making things happen. It weren't no one else. So, like, he put him on the left against Chelsea, which I sort of got because it was like, let's keep him away from Reece James and Caicedo. I got that. But when I saw him on the right wing against Man United, I was like, what is he doing? Like, why would you play him on the right and McGinn in Cam? It made no sense.
Yeah, well, in Emery we trust.
Mate, he's a top man. He'll leave at the end of the season. I'm telling you, he's gonna. I reckon, unless he wins the Europa League, which yes, but he could win the Europa League. I think if you don't win that cup, you're not going to finish in the top 5. So if you don't win that cup, I think he could walk.
Well, we'll have to see at the end of the season. But yeah, it's not looking bright at the moment. It's a bit of just a torrid time. But like I said, we've got the Europa League. If we can win that, that's solid. That will give us the Champions League again next year. But I just don't. We don't look like we can win a football game.
No. And I just like, and the thing. I mean, the only good thing for you this week was that we done you a favour with Chelsea, because I didn't think we'd beat Chelsea off the back of the Barca game. I thought we'd probably draw or lose. And obviously Liverpool absolutely shit in the bed against Spurs.
But so I think everyone's shit in the bed at the moment for that 5th spot. That 4th or 5th spot, because apart from United, since obviously Amrin's gone, obviously they've turned a huge corner compared to where there was, and then now obviously you've got Chelsea and you got Liverpool and you got us, and none of us look like we can win a football game. Yeah, like it's literally just battle of the shitties for that 5th spot.
Yeah, and that's what pisses me off about Newcastle, and what we were so inconsistent like in the middle of the season. We started off all right, then we went awful in the middle, and now we look like we might have turned a corner. It's like if we were just a bit more consistent, we could easily like sneak into that top 5. Because like I say, none of the other teams bar United won it. Like, it's just like, because this week was like, I thought Liverpool will win, Chelsea will win, Villa will lose, and I thought, but then all 3 didn't win. It's just embarrassing. Yeah. But at the end of the day, like, at least the race for Champions League is exciting. I mean, I think Villa are going to drop out. Like I've said it all along, I think it's going to be definitely Arsenal now, but Arsenal, City, Chelsea, Liverpool, Villa. I think that's how it's going to go. But we shall see. Talking of the title race, what did you make of City? Absolutely fumbling the bag. 2 games in a row, 3 games in a row. Haven't they drawn with Forest, lost to Madrid, and drew with West Ham?
I don't know what the fuck's going on with City. Literally, I have no idea. Like, I'm like, how have you literally just fumbled it so bad? Like, yeah, like, just like obviously Forest obviously they got a late goal. It was one of them games. City had opportunities to win it and just couldn't get it over the line. But then just follow that up with again West Ham. Like, I know West Ham are obviously 5 relegation, and they are in a bit of half decent form, but still. Need to be beating West Ham in the relegation zone to put pressure on Arsenal.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I think I've had to think about what I think's gone wrong with City. I think it's because obviously since they bought some players in January, they bought some good signings in January. But I think they're at the point where, you know, like how like a title-winning team, like usually there's 7 or 8 players who will start every game. And
Yeah.
then there's like a few that you might like rotate a bit more.
Yeah, they've got no consistency.
Yeah, I look at the City team and it's like, I know Pep's bad for Pep Roulette, but even in Pep's heyday, there were, like when they won everything, like
Yeah.
the majority of the team structure was the same. Like they'd have 8 or 9 players that were starting. Like De Bruyne's starting. That treble winning team, you know it's going to be De Bruyne. You know it's going to be Haaland. You know it's going to be Jack on the left. You know it's going to be Rodri. You know it's going to be Ruben Diaz. You know it's going to be John Stones. You know it's going to be Edison. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you know it's going to be Kyle Walker. Like, there's like 7 or 8 of them where you like, you know it's going to be.
Yeah, they're reliable.
But with this team, it's like
It's like chopping and changing.
And I just think, all right, Diaz, Gay, and Donnarumma are established now. But I'm like, okay, left back. Who can play left back? Is it going to be Ait Nouri? Is it going to be Nico O'Reilly? Who's going to like right back's usually Nunes, who's not a right back, and I don't think that good of a play. Then in midfield, it's like who's going to start? Is it going to be Rodri? Who's going to play Rodri? Is it going to be Bernardo? Is it going to be Reinders? Is Nico O'Reilly going to play centre mid? Is he going to play Foden in the cam? Is he going to play Cherky in the cam? Who's playing on the right? Is he going to play Silvino? Is he going to play Cherky? Is he going to play? Do you know what I mean? It's like on the left, is it Doku? Is it Semenyo?
There's no consistency in his team.
There isn't like an established like. These are my 8 players who, when they're fit, are going to play, and then I'll move the others in and out. It's just like every week, it's like a different front three. Like
No, that is fair enough, and that's why Haaland was struggling as well. Again, you get used to different players because obviously different kind of runs you make and different kind of attributes that you know they've got. Like with De Bruyne, you know you're always peering back to the back post because he's putting the ball right on that spot.
yeah,
Doku, you know, he probably to drop back because he's going to try to get in the box and then cut it back. Grealish is going to attract 2 players over, and you know you're probably going to pass it to someone in the midfield that's going to be open.
yeah, exactly. Like he can't, and that's why I think he's really struggled. He struggled really badly since Semenyo's come in, and Semenyo's a really good player, but Semenyo wants his goals, and like Semenyo's not really one that looks for assists too often. So it's like Haaland, like you said, Haaland needs somebody that's going to set him up. That's why they won the treble when they had De Bruyne and Grealish, because they're 2 players who, and like Foden. Because Foden gets goals, but he also looks for an assist. You got 3 players there that are looking to feed him. Whereas now it's like, if Marmoush plays on the left, he's just cutting in and spamming. Doku doesn't know what he's doing on the best of days. How's Haaland meant to know? And then Semenyo playing on the right, he likes his goals. He likes to take his shot. So I just think City just don't have an established core in their team now, and they've just been fumbling big time. So yeah. I think they're right. They're banging trouble. They are in terms of like the title. They're not going to win the title. I don't think they're going to beat Arsenal on Sunday. And they're going out the Champions League on Wednesday. Talking of Arsenal, did you see
Arsenal going to win the league?
Did you see Max Messi? Did you see Max Messi, mate? Max Dalman, aka Lionel Dalman.
No, I didn't see the Arsenal game.
Did you not see it?
I've seen he's the Premier League goal scorer.
Oh, mate, you missed it. It was a Wayne Rooney moment. You missed a Wayne Rooney moment. You know when like Wayne Rooney got the ball and just fucking bent it top corner and over David Seaman against Arsenal when he first played for Everton. Well, one of his first. Was it his first game for Everton?
I can't remember.
But it was like right early on in his career. It was that because he come on and Arsenal just couldn't score. He come on, mate, and he's just like shaped a ball to the back stick. That's like Pickford's just come with his little T-Rex arms and missed it. And then Arsenal have scored off that. And then his goal, when he just took it from his own half. I know Pickford was out of goal, mate, but the way he just took it around 2 players and just dribbled it right up to the goal and knocked it in. And the stadium went mad. All the players went mad round him. And the kid's just 16 and like 70 days or something.
Yes, that's crazy, isn't it?
He's got to do his GCSEs. Then he's just bagging winners at the Emirates. He's going to be a Premier League title winner in year 11 at school. Do you know how insane that is?
That is pretty insane when you say it like that, to be fair.
Yeah, look, I saw a video of Declan Rice saying he was like at training and Max Dalman FaceTimed him with his school uniform on, saying he was just on break at his school. And it's like, imagine just being in the playground FaceTiming Declan Rice, like playing for Arsenal, like it's not real.
Yeah, that is pretty nuts, to be fair.
Have you watched the kid play?
I watched a bit of him in I think was he playing the FA Cup or something? I watched a bit of him then.
Yeah, when he gets to Mansfield.
But no, I've not watched him properly, no.
He's going to be like, I think we've got a generational talent. I know people say this about a lot of players, but the eye test, mate, he's so good. He's like we've got like a Lamine Yamal level talent on our hands.
That good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That is
Yeah.
a pretty big statement.
No, like, do you know what? I'm going to clip this up and see what the people think about this. But I think Max Dowman is a Lamine Yamal talent. I'm not going to sit here and be like, I'm an Arsenal fan who's watched him through the academy because that'd just be lying. But I've probably watched him now like 5 or 6 sort of like cameos. And I just think like he just looks like he's going to be the truth, mate. Like at 16 to be as good as he is on the ball and as techy as he is, he looks big for his age as well. He's Lamine Yamal, man. He's the next coming of Lamine Yamal. So Arsenal
Well,
have got an absolute gem. England have got an absolute gem on our hands.
well, Yamal was winning the Euros at 16, so be interesting because he ain't going to get the World Cup, is it? He ain't going to make it to the World Cup.
Yeah, it's come a little bit. He'll be a starter for England. I know it's 2 years on, but he'll be a starter for England at the next Euros, 100%. Saka needs to be very worried about that right midfield spot for Arsenal and for England. And I think Arsenal are going to fuck Odegaard off now. They're not like in the summer. They're not going to need him
Yeah, apparently they're going to sell him.
because Max Down will be better than Odegaard in 12 months from now. So you might as well just fuck him off. But
Get a big cash money for him.
he is. But like you said, Arsenal's title. Are we agreed that it's Arsenal's league now?
Yeah, unless they really fumble it, it's Arsenal's. It's over.
They're not going to, are they?
We can dream.
We can dream. And just before we last thing before we wrap up on the Premier League stuff, what are you thinking about the relegation scrap now? All 3 teams got a point.
Yeah, well, next week or the next game week, that's going to be the big one. That's going to be really interesting. That's going to be some fireworks there. It's got no choice but to be.
No, it's gonna be tasty. But because I thought, right, Spurs are gonna get pumped by Liverpool. Tudor's getting sacked. Spurs will have a new manager for that Forest game, and I thought that could be the difference. But that point might just have saved Tudor's.
Yeah, that would have just saved him his job.
Yeah. It don't surprise me. Richarlison pops up because I've been saying all along. I don't think he's a very good player, but he's a pain in the backside for the other teams when he's in the mood. And you'll get more out of Richarlison than a Kolo Muani or a Matthias Tell.
Yeah.
So
Very bad.
don't surprise me. Richarlison pops up with the goal. The only thing that surprised me is he didn't do his little pigeon celebration or take his top off.
That's annoying. He usually does. He loves it, don't he?
He does, mate. But I think the last few times he's done it, they've gone on to lose, or the goal got disallowed or something. So he's probably just wound it in now. So
Yeah, exactly.
who's your pick for relegation then? I'm all sticking with Spurs all the way.
I think you got a can't look past Spurs, but as we will know more next week.
We shall see, mate. Big game.
So come on then, let us know what happened on the weekend. How'd you get on? Because I'm in a bad place still.
I was going to say, you need to pick your energy levels up because that was a sharp intake of breath there. I was like, that is not the mannerisms of a very happy man.
It's just so frustrating at the moment. Like, so do you want to? Do you know what? I'll start this week, and I'll run you through. So last week, Watford, Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield Wednesday hadn't had lost every game for 16 games in a row, and they got a draw.
Well, that means the draw result. They can't.
They got a result. So Watford, Sheffield last week, and then Munich on Saturday. That let me down for a 55-1 plus bonuses. So that's probably with the bonus that was I think 960. Then I had Munich on another one, which was for 23-1.
Yeah.
Munich and City on a different one for 18-1.
Yeah.
And then Man City and Liverpool on a 12-1.
So Munich cost you 3.
Yeah, but obviously I put them all on at different times. So obviously the one I put on Saturday, one of them, like the one with Sheffield, obviously went down earlier in the week, and then I put one on literally last weekend, last Monday, with teams like Monday, Tuesday through the week, which I didn't have Sheffield on, so that was a different one. And then I put one on Saturday. I was like, well, Munich going to beat Leverkusen, easy. Man City, West Ham, easy. And yeah. So a 55-1, 18-1, 12-1, and a 23-1.
What happened in the Bayern game? Did they deserve to? Do they win or do they? I mean, do they draw or do they lose?
The drew. Nicholas Jackson got sent off.
Nicholas Jackson, what a guy! What
Yeah,
a
Nick,
guy!
Nick
What a
Jackson got.
guy! Nico getting himself sent. What did he get sent off for?
I don't know. I didn't see. And then apparently Bayern had 2 goals disallowed as well. He finished 1-1.
Oh, that's painful.
But
As if
that's
Nicholas Jackson got sent
that.
off. What an absolute! What a guy!
Yeah. So that's just Well, that would have fucked loads of
Harry
people. But
Kane didn't play.
it's not played. It's not played. It's hard to play the last few weeks.
Why?
I think they're resting him.
Oh, the rest of them. God, I thought you were going to say he was injured. Then I was going to say.
No, I think they've just been resting him because the league's pretty much shown up. So the three in the Champions League, didn't they win like 4 or 5-0 or something like that in the Champions League?
Yeah, 6-1, I think.
Was it 6-1 in the end?
Something like that.
I knew they scored a lot of goals. So I think they're just resting him for the later stage of the Champions League. League's done. Champions League's already through, so you probably won't even play again on Tuesday or Wednesday this week. Nicholas Jackson will be up front. They might play him next week in goal.
So Jackson might be up front. He got sent off.
No Champions League, because that's a league.
Oh.
So they'll probably just run him out in the Champions League because there was 6-1 up. They're not going to lose. So it's just keep Harry Kane fit for the next round. So, yeah, mate, frustrating. How about you?
I can't believe. It's just typical, isn't it? Like when you've got a team that are such strong favourites, and then it's like if you keep 11 men on the pitch, you're going to win the game. And then Nicola, I bet he got sent. I'm going to have to go and find what he got sent off for. I bet he got sent off for something stupid. Like it's going to be something really petulant and stupid, like throwing the ball at someone, or it's going to be something really ridiculous. But me, what did I? I didn't do. I didn't do anything positive. Like, mate, honestly, my week was like Villa's week in the Prem, man. Like, just back to back losses, mate. That was my week. It was not good. Not good. I've had two weeks in a row that I've been like that now. So I didn't win. Didn't land anything.
Not one.
Not one. Not
Oh,
one.
what? That is a real bad weekend.
Yeah, not one. I mean, again, I sat here last week and said I'm not going to get greedy, and if I go for in-play cards, I'm not going to put more than one player on. And what do I do in the Villa Man United game yesterday at half time? Didn't put anything on. Watched the first half. Thought, Casemiro's going in. But Casemiro was like, I think he was. What was he? He was 3-1 at half time. So I could have just put him on, but I got greedy, and I did John McGinn.
Yeah.
Casemiro goes in. I mean, he was always going in against Rodgers. And then just as Cass goes in, I'm thinking, right, here we go, bang on. Went to make myself a drink, come back, and then I see McGinn coming off for Leon Bailey. And I was like, what the fuck's going on here? What is happening here? I was like, he got subbed off after about 60 minutes. I was like, oh my God. And then Leon Bailey, sometimes, like, because of the sub cover, if a dirty player comes on, you got half a chance. When I saw Leon Bailey coming, I was like, oh my God. He's like the laziest person in the world. The only way he's getting booked for a dive. I was like, there's no way he's getting booked. And that just pissed me off. So that was one that annoyed me. The Cambiani was doing Cambiani things for Bologna against Sassuolo. So I had the right back's called Walkowicz. He's a centre half at right back. And I thought
I know who you're talking about.
Going in first. 10-1 as well. I was like, bang. Here we go. That's going to come in. Guaranteed. Walkowicz fouled Cambiani 3 times inside 15 minutes. And I was like... No. He fouled him 3 times inside 15 minutes. Then the next Bologna player that done a foul, he booked him for his first one.
Oh, for God's sake.
And then I go, oh, well, obviously first player card ain't coming, but he's going to end up getting booked at some point. So I went back in again on him. And then Walkowicz didn't do a foul for the rest of the game. So basically, he did 3 fouls and then went and hid from him. Cambiani ended up getting fouled 7 times, I think, in the end. But this Walkowicz only did 3 on him. Yeah, he ended up getting fouled. It was 6 or 7 times. It was 6 last time I checked, and that was at about 75.
That's fucking crazy, that is.
And like this Walkowicz just didn't do any more on him, so he's literally just hid from him for the rest of the game. So that was another one that really annoyed me. Because imagine, like, 3 fouls inside 15 minutes on the same player, like, fuck's the ref doing?
Yeah, that is crazy. To be fair, the ref needs to be checking pockets.
I mean, I weren't watching that game. It was on the same time as the Villa game, so I weren't watching it. I was watching the Villa game. But literally, I was checking on 365, and it was just like saying, yeah, Valkovic 2 fouls, Cambiani fouled twice. Valkovic 3 fouls, Cambiani fouled 3 times. And they were the only players that had done anything for There's no other fouls. No other player had been fouled, so it couldn't have been anyone else. I'm just like, this is an absolute fucking joke. So that wound me up. What else let me down? There was one more as well.
You definitely went in play on Ricky.
No, I didn't actually. No,
That's unlike you. That's unlike you.
No, I didn't go in play on Richarlison. I didn't actually like that game for any cards. There was another game that I went in on over the weekend, and I cannot think for the life of me who it was. It's really annoying me. Arsenal Everton. Mikalenko, that was it, against Saka first card. Do you know how many cards there were in the Arsenal Everton game?
0.
Yeah. So that one. And what really annoyed me was Max Dowman, when he scored his goal at the end, when like Pickford come up for the corner, he took it round Mikalenko, and Mikalenko put his forearm in his face, and I'm just screaming, go down, because he was like an open goal, he just carried on running. But like Mikalenko forearmed him in the face, but he kept going. And I was thinking, if he goes down there, Mikalenko was 16-1 for first card as well, which I think is brilliant odds against Saka. But that just wasn't meant to be either. So that was really, really poor, mate. So, yeah. So 0 wins and multiple losses. That's
Not a good weekend for it.
Oh, God, no.
Well, like terrible weekend, like I said. Mine was 55-1, 18-1, a 23-1, and a 12-1. And that's before you even get the boost as well. Right, after shit show of last week, are we picking ourselves up this week and going again? Talk to me.
I'll tell you how, mate. Champions League is back. And do you know what? It's not even the fact that it's back, it's the fact that it's the second legs. That means there are teams that are going home out of the competition. It's life and death for some teams this week.
It'll be spiky.
Oh, it is. You know, because when it comes to the actual knockouts, it's... Because when it gets to that last 15, 20 minutes and teams either know they're out, so you'll just take silly yellers, or it's a competitive game and the team that are winning will just take like stupid time wasting, kicking the ball away, fuckery yellers. Like the teams will get head loss yellers if they don't agree with refereeing decisions. So there's going to be so many players getting carded this week in the Champions League. Obviously, Newcastle, Barca, massive that is. Joe Linton's 1 card off a suspension, and I didn't realise that before the last Barca game. So I think he was on best behaviour because he wanted to play in this return leg. Obviously, there's a high chance we're going out. And if we somehow go through, even if he gets a yellow, he'd only miss the first leg and be fit for the second leg. So I think this is the time when Joe Linton's just going to go absolutely fucking mental and get a yellow card. Joe Linton's going in. I think Lewis Hall will get one against Yamal. I think the way he played against him at St James's, he literally confronted him and like had an absolute blinder. I think there'll be one occasion when Lamelle gets past him and he'll just bring him down.
You can't have 2 perfect games against him.
Yeah, I don't think he'll have 2 perfect 90 minutes against him. So I think Lewis Hall will go in. I think Joe Linton will go. And say when Lewis Hall will go in, if we concede the first goal, which is highly likely, we'll have to come out a bit more. So that'll just leave him like dealing with Lamelle one-on-one, like on quite a few occasions. So I think Joe Linton, Lewis Hall, and then Fermin Lopez. Fermin Lopez should have got booked in the first leg. He did a ridiculous tug back on Jacob Ramsey or Joe Will, I can't remember who, where it was just a pull of the shirt when he went past him. The ref should have booked him, but it was too early on in the game. So I think Fermin Lopez will get one as well. So Newcastle Barca, we full of cards. I think Madrid City, what's annoying is I don't know who he's going to play right back against Vinny, because last time he played Kuzanov. So if he plays Kuzanov, he'll go in. If he plays Nunes, he'll go in. I also think Bernardo Silva in a big game, especially with City going out, will get one as well.
Yeah. And, Bernardo's always kind of like the Barcelona side of it as well.
Absolutely. And then for Madrid, potentially Camavinga. And another player to keep an eye out for, actually, Donnarumma. Because I think, because they're losing 3-0, if one thing goes against Donnarumma, he's going to mouth off at the ref. So that'll be very, very interesting. Yeah. So that I think Donnarumma will get one. Sorry for the delay then. Did you see the news come through then about Chelsea?
No, what?
they've just been hit with what's been called a historic ban, and it literally just caught my attention.
Historic ban for what?
Like, I think they've been hit with like a transfer ban.
Okay.
Literally breaking news as we speak, which that's interesting. So we'll have to see how
That pans out.
how that pans out. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll have to do some reading on that. Like, I literally just came from all my apps then. Yeah, so back to the cards then. So that's the City Madrid game. I don't really fancy the Arsenal game in the Champions League for cards because I think Leverkusen are just going to park the bus. And I just think it's going to be like the Arsenal Everton game. They're just going to park the bus. They're not going to try and win. So I don't think it'll be a chance for many cards. I also think Spurs Atletico aren't going to have many cards because Spurs aren't.
That's dead.
That's a dead.
Villa Little could be spicy on Thursday.
It could be, but again, I don't know enough about matchup. I'd just say Andrade for Lille, just picking a play off the top of my head. Because I know he plays defensive mid, but then where's Emery going to play Rodgers? Is he going to play him in Cameron? Is he going to stick him right wing again? I don't know. So that for me is a game where I'd have to wait till both teams line up, watch the first 10, 15 and commit. Other Champions League game, Chelsea PSG, that will be littered with cards because Chelsea are a head loss team if ever I've seen a head loss team. They are a team that will lose their heads. So Moises, Enzo are your two prime candidates there. Moises for Rafael, Enzo for Malvin.
Fafana loves it. Gusto if he plays.
Yeah. So for me, top two players for that game will be Enzo, Moises. So they're all the games Champions League. Switching my attention to Friday, we've got Leipzig versus Hoffenheim. That means Nusa's playing. He's lining up against Soufal, Soufal's Hoffenheim's right back, who used to play for West Ham. Soufal struggles against quick, direct, tricky wingers, so I think Soufal will go in at some point for Hoffenheim. So keep an eye out for that one on Friday night. Saturday is just absolute dead food. Saturday, there's nothing going on big game wise Saturday. So Saturday just does not interest me one bit. So I'm saving all of my shillings for Sunday, mate, because Sunday there are so many games on Sunday that just pique my interest. I'm just going to rattle you through. I'm going to rattle you through just 5 games.
Okay, go on.
Newcastle Sunderland 12 o'clock.
Okay, that is definitely the ability for spice.
Yeah. So I think we'll most likely be out of the Champions League, so only have the league to focus on. Sunderland beat us at Sunderland. And we put in a stinker of a performance when Voltemade scored that own goal, do you remember? So I remember it every day. So the lads owe us a performance. So that Newcastle Sunderland game will be littered. Again, I know people are sick of it, but Joel Linton will get booked if he starts. Sunderland, I always like Trey Hume. I'd also like Luke O'Nien if he plays. But he doesn't usually start for Sunderland, but if he starts, he'll definitely go in. So yeah, I think Sunderland Newcastle will be littered. So that's one big game. Spurs Forest.
That is huge.
AKA the relegation 65-pointer, mate. That's almost like a knockout game. It's so big.
Yeah.
Like, that is massive. That is massive. So in that game,
Romero.
Forest aren't a team that tend to get too many bookings, but I just think that game's going to be an anomaly where both teams are going to have to win. So that game, I'm thinking the likes of Richarlison. I'm thinking the likes of Elliot Anderson.
Not Romero.
I'm thinking the likes of... Romero didn't play the other day because he had an injury. But if Romero
he's injured.
Yeah. So he didn't play against Liverpool because he got an injury. So if Romero's back, Romero. But I'll have to wait to see if he's back. But that game's going to be littered with cards. Like that game's going to be like 7 or 8, 9 cards. That's going to be one to win so much on. Massive game. Then you've got the League Cup final, City Arsenal. Now I don't think there'll be many cards in that.
No.
But I still think like certain matchups are quite like it for that particular game. So like for example, if Doku plays, I'd quite fancy Jury and Timber to get booked. For example, if and I always like Bernardo Silva against Arsenal. So in that game, I'd be looking at the likes of Bernardo Silva, Jury and Timber to get booked. Again, don't think there'll be a lot of cards of it being a final, but I think there'll be 2 or 3 at least. So there's your third big game. Fourth big game in Italy, it's the Zaccagni Cambiani derby. So Lazio play Bologna. So they're like the two most fouled players in Italy. Two of my favourite players. Two of the Fantastic Four. So that just means in that game, there's just there's the potential for both right backs going in that game. I don't even care who starts right back for either team. So that game is another one that I like. And then finally, mate, in Spain, it's the Madrid derby.
Oh, is it?
So you got Atletico v Real Sunday at 8 o'clock.
The only problem is with that is the odds are just wank.
They are, but they're wank for a reason, mate, because it's going to be a lot.
Oh, it's so volatile. Oh, yeah, it's so volatile.
Yeah. So for that one, again, it's whoever's playing right back. I saw Molina was playing right back for Atletico the other day. If Molina, who's an Argentinian right back, plays against Vini, mate, there's only one outcome there, which is yellow card for Molina. I also think Vini's going to get booked in the derby because Vini's dead mouthy. And in a big game, he likes a card. So I'd go Atletico's right back, Vini Jr. And I'd also go that Carreras if he plays left back against Simeone. Because Simeone draws a lot of cards out of players. So I think there'll be cards in that as well. So that's Sunday, mate. You've got the Time Weird derby. You've got the relegation derby. Well, Spurs Forest. You've got the League Cup final. You've got the Madrid derby. And then you've got Zach v Cambiani. I mean...
That is a good setup.
I mean, Abdi's playing on Sunday, man. I've not even got him on my fixture list because I've got other priorities. Like
Sunday is on, well and truly.
Sunday is going to be a crazy day. So I'm very, very excited for this week, mate. So all I'm going to say is if I don't win this week, mate, then there's serious problems with me.
No, I get it. Well,
what are you thinking then? Aka-wise, I've run through some of the key games that I think are going to be quite feisty affairs. But in terms of Ackers, which teams you fancy, any outside picks, what's going on in your head?
So I've got a little tenfold that I'm looking at that I like the look of. So starting off tomorrow with Fenerbahce, they're at home to Gaziantep, and then I've got Bolton at home to Doncaster and Stockport at home to Northampton, both in League One. They both kind of need to win. Obviously, they're going for like kind of the top spots and playoffs. Yeah. Then on Wednesday, you got Barcelona at Newcastle, obviously going for a home win. Then
how dare you?
Oh, shut up!
I can't wait for us to get a draw.
And then I've gone into the women's football. I've got Chelsea women and Man United women on Wednesday. Liverpool at home to Gala on Wednesday as well. Liverpool have to win.
That's brave.
And then Palace away to Larnaca, Mainz at home to Sigma, and Betis at home to Panathinaikos. Betis lost the first leg, so they've got 1-0. So they've got.
Do you know who manages Panathinaikos?
Oh,
I can't believe in the double.
Who was it again?
Rafa Benitez.
Oh, is it Rafa?
Rafa Benitez. I was like, when I saw him, I was like, what the hell are you doing there?
Yeah, they're random. But yeah, Panathinaikos won the first leg, so Betis have to win the second one, and it's at home. So yeah, that's who I'm looking at. So just to recap, Fenerbahce, Bolton, Stockport, Barca, Chelsea women, Man United women, Liverpool, Palace away to Larnaca, Mainz at home to Sigma, and Betis at home to Panathinaikos.
I'm calling it now. Newcastle will draw, and Galatasaray will draw.
Well, Liverpool need to win.
Yeah, but needing to win and being able to win are two different things.
Yeah, but even if they win 1-0, it goes on. Like, I don't care about that. They have to win Anfield as well.
I just watched them draw with Spurs, mate. I am not backing Liverpool until I see a proper performance from them. I am not touching Liverpool. That is mate. Guys, have Osimhen up front. I was watching them centre halves struggle with a long ball up to frigging Kolo Muani. Like, what's Osimhen going to do to them?
Well, what are they doing in the first leg? They were lucky in the first leg anyway. They got away with it because they got Galatasaray got the one dislike, which was a bit of a BS one.
I think that's bravery there, but we'll see.
Gotta go for it. Gotta go for it. As usual, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. It's been a bit of a shit week this week for both of us. Hopefully, you had a better one. But good luck for the week ahead. Peace out.
Come on, the tune. Let's get a result away at Barca and let's beat Sunderland in the derby. Come on, the boys.
No chance. Zero chance. Nada. We'll talk about it next week. And don't forget to tune in next week for Never Back the Early Kickoff. Thanks for watching. Follow us across socials for more. And remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. Please gamble responsibly. 18+.